What's up, CR Podcast fans, fellow Miniman, fellow Patriots, Daniel Hurwitz, back in the house here for a little end-of-year message. I'm sorry I couldn't put out a final end-of-year podcast today because of time constraints, but I did want to leave you with a little bit of a parting message as we end 2020 and start 2021 in earnest. Good riddance to this terrible year. This is the year we lost our liberty, our property rights, our Bill of Rights, our constitutional republic. But, as I've mentioned before, like with every sunset, there's an opportunity for a sunrise. Amidst the darkness is really the greatest opportunity to make light out of it. Potentially, if Joe Biden is president, our people will be more energized, at least in the areas where we have the majority. But alas, we don't have a majority of elected officials in any area. And therein lies the problem. We need to focus next year on local politics, going county by county, beginning in the areas where Trump carried counties by 15 to 20, sometimes 40, 50 points. Those need to be sanctuaries. It's time we start an American sanctuary movement where we simply say, you could do what you want, Joe Biden. Nationally, you could do what you want in this state. But in this county, in this state, here's what we're doing. We're going to get in with the sheriff, the county commissioners, the school board officials, the county judges. We're going to pressure them. We're going to throw them out of office if need be. We're going to organize for liberty. There's no way around it. In order to start a new year with a new endeavor, we need a new strategy, a new mindset. It's not enough to continue going back to the same old focus on electing Republicans nationally every 2 years and have them betray us. We need to build the fire like a nice wood fire, bottom up, county, then state, and eventually that will percolate. But the important thing is we will have areas where we could remain free. As we speak, my good friend Larvita McFarker, who opened up her business in Lyon County, Minnesota, she's being threatened with forced labor and having her GoFundMe funds confiscated for opening up her business. This is something we could have never envisioned this time last year. We have become North Korea just with a printing press to throw money at people. Well, folks, I don't know what we can do about Minnesota. I don't know what we can do about a lot of those states. But we can definitely start with Florida, where there's already promise there with the governor, and work state by state and county by county where people already agree with us to pass a Declaration of Rights and Principles. I'm going to be working on that next year. And to make it clear that we are a constitutional sanctuary. In other words, anything that does not comport with the Constitution does not fly here. And the elected officials on that county level will comply with that, or they will be thrown out. It is that simple. We all understand that we are in a time of peril. But the key is, are we going to double down on failure? It's always hard to learn something new. Just recently, I went out to Nevada with my good buddy Rick Green of Patriot Academy. And by the way, I hope you guys join me at Patriot Academy's Constitutional Defense Training in February. I'll be out in Front Sight, Nevada with them. But it was frustrating. I'm a pretty good shot. I'm good at target practice. And everything I've been doing worked for me. But they broke down my habits and made me learn things new in order to do defense training. Well, Daniel, a target doesn't fight back at you. You might be able to get the bullet on the target, but all their rituals that they have for how you load the gun and how you rack the gun and your stance and everything, that's how to win a gunfight if you're actually in a defensive situation. And it's the same thing here. Do we just like getting involved in politics, shooting aimlessly just because I have a talk show, I get my name in the news, I sell books? Or do we actually want to win and create some sort of vestige of republic in at least parts of the country that will be asylums for civil and religious liberty? That's my challenge to my fellow colleagues that just use their notoriety and their shows and their influence to do a bunch of nothing. It's not easy because of the muscle memory to start something new, local focus, to get involved in the issues, to organize. But that's what we're going to have to do. I'm really looking forward to this new year, working on these new endeavors, working on grassroots training, both self-defense training, constitutional training, fighting corona fascism, fighting BLM and Antifa mobs, fighting crime, self-defense. These are going to be the issues of our time. And notice they are all local in nature. Notice how Biden could do what he wants with Iran and sell us out internationally, and it's unfortunate. But when it comes to those policies, we could say hands off, at least in parts of the country. Right now, why do we have states with Republican supermajorities, and yet they're as tyrannical as California? That must change, and that can change with your help. Thank you for a terrific, terrific year. Again, our fellow Minutemen, so long as we're able to keep this Facebook page, who knows where we'll be this coming year. Thank you for making this show one of the fastest growing conservative podcasts in the nation. You guys are seeking the truth, but more importantly, you're seeking effective change. And that's what we need. That's what we will demand. And with God's help in the coming new year, that's what we will get. Take care and a happy new year.